What horrifying thing did you discover about your kid? I never imagined I'd have to go through my 14-year-old son's phone. Kyle and I always had this mutual respect about privacy. Mom, privacy matters, he'd say, and I agreed, until the day Mrs. Thompson, his English teacher, called. Kyle hasn't turned in any homework for 3 weeks. I froze. His grades had always been solid B's, sometimes even A's. That night, while he was in the shower, I did something I swore I'd never do. I checked his phone. The very first text made my stomach drop. Got the stuff for tonight. My dad won't notice if you take a few more. It was from Jaden, his new friend from basketball. I scrolled further. Message after message about pills. Kyle had been stealing my prescription anxiety meds and selling them at school for $5 a pop. That's why I kept running out early. I'd blamed the pharmacy. Then came the photos. Kyle and 3 other boys, red-eyed and groggy, in someone's basement. Empty beer cans everywhere. Pills scattered across the table. And then the worst, a video. Kyle filming another boy who could barely stand. Behind the camera, I heard Kyle laughing. Lightweight can't handle his zany. I felt like I couldn't breathe. That was my baby. My bug-collecting, Harry Potter reading little boy. When Kyle came out of the bathroom, I was sitting on his bed, holding an empty pill bottle I'd found hidden under his mattress. His face went pale. Mom, I can explain. Save it, I said. I saw everything. But instead of breaking down, he snapped. You work double shifts and barely notice me. Dad takes me to McDonald's once a month and thinks he's a hero. Why should I care what either of you think? His words hit me like a truck. I've been working extra hours to keep us going. Since the divorce, I thought I was doing what was best, I said. His voice cracked. When's the last time you asked about my day? Jaden's brother notices me more than you do. That night, I called my supervisor and reduced my hours. I called his dad too. Turns out he'd been canceling visits to hang out with his new girlfriend. But the hardest call was to Jake's parents, the kid in the video. He'd been hospitalized that weekend for what they thought was alcohol poisoning. Turns out it was a mix of alcohol and my meds. They were furious, wanted to press charges. The school wanted to expel Kyle. My ex blamed me for the whole thing. But instead of punishment, I pushed for rehab. Got Kyle into a teen intervention program. 3 months of counseling, community service, and weekly drug tests. Month 1 was rough. He barely spoke to me. Month 2, his grades started creeping up. Month 3, he asked if we could start cooking dinner together on Thursdays. Then last week, Jaden texted him, asking if he wanted to hang out. I saw Kyle stare at his screen for a while. Then he typed, "Can't," helping mom. That night, I found a note slid under my door. Sorry for stealing your pills. Sorry for what happened to Jake. Thanks for not giving up on. Yesterday, I looked out the window and saw Kyle showing his little sister how to catch roly-polies in the backyard, just like he used to. For the first time in months, I finally exhaled.